do I want to focus on making money? I don't really need to focus on making money, but is that something I want to do, like hit that goal or whatever? Or I just want to focus on just building my skills? And I've kind of thought about this, and I'm like, I shouldn't be really worried about making money and getting clients. I should just be worrying about building myself up. Say if I can hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, that'd be crazy. Like, and what comes from that is so much more than money can happen. Like that money can give you. So kind of just like making my own videos and not worrying about clients is something I kind of want to do more. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's more important for me.
I mean, it's that thing that we've been talking about a lot, which is like balancing the fact that if you want to make videos, like you should probably have something to like have a past history of things you've done to support that.
Right.
But
like building the personal brand with no success.
It's hard to do, but building a personal brand in itself is a success that you can then show people. I don't know. I think it's one of the biggest like dilemmas and like hardest things about
figure out
like business and social media and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think BWA said that.
Yeah.
He was like, for me, it's different because a personal brand is building the skills. So like I can make videos. I don't really want to call it a personal brand. Like I don't know how to call it because that seems more business like. It's like I just want to build my own style. Like I just want to do me. You know.
Yeah.
There's no reason in building trying to make money from it because I'm not selling people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like
you don't have a product.
Develop skills. You know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just sharing my art. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Now there's a cat scratching. They won't leave us alone, dude.
I'm so confused.
It's crazy.
Trying to sneak under the crack.
Yeah, I think that for me with the podcast as well, like I'm not selling anything right now. I'm like if you're watching, yeah, the schedule a call with me. I'll sell you something. But
there you go.
No one's done that yet. You know? So like the main thing is the podcast, and I need to market that. I don't have any like specific skill. I just turned 18. Like I don't have a degree in anything. I mean, I guess
you're not professional in anything.
I'm not a professional in anything.
You're just good at lots of things.
Right.
But so it's like, dude, what do you figure out? What's the way? So it's very hard. But for you, I think just getting as many reps in as you can. Same for me is like just making as many videos as you can, and maybe that one hits. You know, that one goes viral.
Well, I mean,
and then
at some point, like when you're starting out at something, the only way you can get better at it is by doing it.
Yeah, and that's so different from what you're sold on social media. It's like you just have to follow what they say, and it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it changes. The balance of like repetition to quality changes as you progress at something and as you get more repetitions, because my quality is hopefully getting better each time I record a podcast. Your quality, your video editing is hopefully getting better each time because you learn more every time and you're building. At some point, like you'll want to spend more time on something to make that quality really good. But I think that wouldn't, like the benefit of doing that right now wouldn't be as big as the benefit of just reps.
Mm-hmm. It's like I just want to be as good as possible.
Yeah.
Like just try to become the best in the field.
Right.
And that's what you want to become. Like you want to have the best studio. You want to have the best quality. And it's like for you just need to interview as many people as you can.
Yeah.
And just kind of be really good at talking with people.
Yeah.
And you already are good, but becoming extra.
Right. I'm not great.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I'm not great at it.
Exactly.
So how do I differentiate?
Then you just learn off people. So then you just become way better. And it's like podcasting is so different because like I don't really know the business model, but it's pretty awesome, dude. I think you have like big things to, if you can just stay consistent.
Yeah.
Which is so important because it's just discipline, right? Like it's definitely uncomfortable to like have a just random person just walk into your house and interview them, or just like talking with people on a computer that you have no idea who they are, but maybe that's not who you are. Maybe you just love doing that. I'm sure you do.
I do, yeah.
And it's like you just have to do it. You can't not, because if you want something, you just gotta stay consistent, which is very hard, very hard.
I mean, of everyone I've interviewed, there's only been one person that I don't know so far, or I didn't know prior to the podcast. Like Ben Mills, I met him 15 minutes before we did the podcast. But it was a cool conversation because it was really genuine. We didn't have this relationship prior to it. So, like, my questions were really genuine. I was getting to know him through it, and I think that's really cool. I have 11 interviews in the next month set up, which is huge, dude. I've got 11 people that
How
want
much
to go on.
content is that? How much are you posting? Like twice a week, once a week?
I'm doing one solo episode a week and one episode with a guest per week right now. But but I think I'll have to go to 2 guest episodes per week soon.
Because like
cool.
11 podcasts is huge. Like how many videos is Chris Williamson posting? Like
He's doing 3 a week.
3 weeks. So you basically like have content for a long time, and you kind of just stack on interviews. Because if you can do like an interview every other day, and you can get a video out, you kind of have 11 interviews set up. That means you have content. You don't have to worry about getting interviews. Like you kind of could just like schedule your time.
Yeah.
That's super important for what you're doing.
Like right now, I'm about to finish another episode. Like I released Ben's today. I have like 4 clips from that interview. I have 4 like 6-minute clips. I have 4 like 6 to 8 minute clips from the interview I'm releasing next Wednesday.
The clips on YouTube I think are really important.
Yeah.
Like I would just sit and just watch like Lex Friedman or whatever.
Yeah.
Just talking about like conspiracy theories, like random it's so interesting
It's
because
so
it's like
interesting.
it's only 6 minutes, so it's like I'm not gonna sit and watch an hour-long podcast. So I think clips on YouTube is really important. If you have a good headline,
Yeah.
people will click, and if it's 6 minutes, it's not that much time. And it's like people will stay on to that, and I think that's something you gotta focus on.
And that's where my expertise is as well. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube through learning about thumbnails and titles and like scripting. So like in this episode, we've talked about a lot of different things. Obviously, it has one overarching theme, which is the goal for a podcast episode. But in a clip, like I'll just take 5 minutes where we're talking about this one really interesting thing, and people really love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the coolest part.
And it's like if you can take a podcast that's an hour,
Yeah.
and then you stack on like 5 clips on top of that, or 3 or whatever, that's 6 pieces of content.
Plus probably like 12 reels.
Which is like, I mean, I don't know if you're like, for me, it's quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And I think for podcasting, it's definitely quantity over quality.
Right. At a certain point, I think.
Yeah. Because if you can lock in quality, which you can do, for me, it's like location, like effort.
Yeah.
It's kind of, there's lots of things that go into quality, but for you, it's just setting a camera up, right? So it's not, you don't have to worry about, because you can, if you're making money, you can invest in new materials and more people. So I don't think you really have to worry about quality. I think it's just about like quantity right now for you.
Yeah.
Just pumping out as much as you can and just staying consistent with it.
I need to figure out how to make money doing this though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the business model? I've never really talked about that.
You get sponsors. So like there's certain companies that are real like good podcast sponsors. So like every top podcast you listen to probably is being sponsored by like Athletic Greens.
Right. I've seen that in like they kind of do a sponsor section where they kind of jump on camera and they talk about the product.
Element, the electrolytes, I think I'll have an in with them. That's going to be my first big try for a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Like sleep, what's it called? Is it like sleep 5? I don't know. I haven't got there yet because I don't have view, download, listen requirements for sponsors. The other way is by selling a product of your own. Mm-hmm. So like,
if you're selling coaching, that's your product.
That's the goal. I also am gonna. This will be the drop. I'm gonna try to get some merch out there, some Grateful Podcast merch in February.
Oh,
it's gonna be
what
sick.
An announcement!
Yeah, and I don't know. That's like a small income stream. You just finished watching a clip from the Grateful Podcast episode with Gavin Beauregard. If you want to watch the full episode, click right here. I know you want to click it. Come on.